Oh, the struggle of working on an older vehicle. Let's get into it. Now, I have not released this video yet, but I did do some suspension work, some motor mount work on this older Sentra. Now, I don't mind that this vehicle is older. The only issue I have is parts. Parts is not available like they used to on these vehicles. As y'all see, I did those new struts. So let me take y'all around. So I did a thing or two in the interior. Now, interior work on older vehicles just scares the living crap out of me because old plastic just seems to break. Luckily, I haven't broke anything yet on this vehicle, but the signal light switch wasn't working correctly. The headlight high beam portion of it was real floppy. So I was like, let's replace that, you know? And then the window switch as well wouldn't raise or lower the passenger side. Luckily, we still sell that. Nissan still sells that, but they do not sell the switch. So we had to go aftermarket. The nice thing about OEM parts is we can look stuff up by VIN and get, for the most part, the right part. If it's an updated part, it shows us updated part. But we had to go aftermarket on this. I hate going aftermarket. Y'all hear me complain about aftermarket so much, and this is why. So this car is equipped with fog lights. The new switch I get didn't have fog light switches. So I was like, well, that sucks. I could have been done with this vehicle yesterday. But now I have to wait longer to get done with this vehicle. Luckily, but unluckily, I'm not wasting time waiting around. Well, wait. Luckily, but unluckily, there's no work that I'm gonna miss out on. Why? Because there's no work period right now. We are sitting ducks at the shop. It just seems to be the norm nowadays. But I don't know. Hopefully O'Reilly's, I think we get our stuff from O'Reilly's. Hopefully O'Reilly's has this switch so I could put this switch on and get done with this vehicle. This vehicle ended up being a decent amount of hours. But it's already Thursday. Thursday, you do 8 times 3, I should be at 21 coming in today. This vehicle is barely gonna put me at that. And that's when I get it done today. So hopefully something comes in today. I'm waiting on another customer for a motor mount to install on an Armada that I did some brakes on. Y'all haven't seen those videos yet. Those are going to be short videos, not long form, kind of ASMR type videos. Oh, what else? Oh, power steering hoses. I did a couple power steering hoses for this because they were leaking. I'm going to show y'all the video I sent the customer. Find that your power steering return hose is leaking. I do recommend getting that replaced, as well as your power steering suction hose. Now, looking inside your motor mount, if you can see, there is some cracking down in there. I will try my best to point that out to you, which is going to be where you see that black right in there. That is where your motor mounts are. I'm sorry. That is where your strut mounts are separating. So I do recommend getting those struts replaced. I do hear noise coming from those also. So as y'all see, one of the power steering hoses was leaking. If I'm replacing one, I'm replacing the other. Suction seemed to be seeping a little bit, which is that big fat one. And I'm gonna show y'all what I had to do with that, being that this is an older vehicle. So right down there, this suction hose, I ended up having to get aftermarket because it is not sold by Nissan no more. And that hose right there I don't even know what type of hose that is. I think it's another power steering hose from another vehicle. But I had to modify it. I had to cut it. The bends were kind of similar, right? So I just cut it in a way that the bends matched up to the original hose. So that's an OEM hose to something else, another Nissan. That power steering hose is aftermarket, which I don't have an issue with aftermarket hoses. They're fine. What I do have an issue with is what they sent with that hose. What they sent along with that hose was these clamps right here. Now, I wish, and I'm gonna say this again, I wish aftermarkets would stop selling these hoses, hose clamps. These hose clamps are not it. These hose clamps suck. Okay. I like what I think it was CP, the tool addict. I like what he said the other day. You know, these hose clamps, once you set them, they're set. They don't adjust, or they don't they don't adjust for heating and cooling, right? So if something's heating up, it's expanding. If this is tight and it expands, it's just gonna eat into the hose. Now when it cools down, it's not gonna be as tight. It's not gonna be as taut. It's not gonna seal well, guys. So spring tension clamps like these, they will always keep tight no matter what. Okay, and with these, I've never really seen a clamp fail. All I've seen is the actual hose fail. Now that may be due from expanding and contracting of the hoses, if the hoses even do that. I might be just talking them out of my butt right now, but there's a reason why OEM platforms use these type of, there's a reason why OEM uses these type of clamps rather than these ones. These ones, if the right person is doing it, the right person, yes, I said the right person, if the right person is messing with these clamps, they're gonna over tighten it and they're gonna eat into the hose. We do not want that. And I'm such a stickler about it. So if let's say I was to replace this hose or that hose, okay, if I was to replace these hoses, I'm gonna make sure that I put spring clamp, tension clamps on there, because I don't want these to leak. So like I said, I do not have an issue with the older vehicles. They're actually fun to work on. People will throw money into them because it creates a sentimental value. And why get rid of something if it ain't broken? This is just maintenance that we're doing. This is not any major repairs. There's no major engine work. There's no major transmission work. This vehicle drives good. It just had some noise from the suspension, and then I caught a couple other things. I'ma hope that O'Reilly's has the correct switch, that way I could get done with this vehicle. As far as y'all, thank y'all for watching. Join the FM fam down below. Check out these videos right here. Subscribe right there. Merch store, and deuce. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally.